All right, looks like we're live. Welcome everyone. Hello. Hello everyone on TikTok. Go ahead, tap the screen, share the live. We're going to get started. Tonight's topic, we're going to be talking about trust and how happiness requires trust. And so I've been seeing this internet meme. I know I did a very bad stick figure drawings here, but it's the one where God is saying, "Just trust me." He's holding a big teddy bear behind his back, and then there's a little girl that she's holding a little teddy bear, and she doesn't want to give that teddy bear to God because she's afraid to let go and she wants to hold on to what she has. She's like, but I like this one. And I laugh at this meme because I know what I can be like. And I know I can be a little brat and I would be like slapping God's hand, going, no, I want this one. I like this one. You can't have it. And how many times in life do we end up being like that, where we resist any changes? We resist wanting to, we want better things. We want more for ourselves, but we choose to hold on to what we have. And so today we're going to be talking about how trust factors into this, how complex PTSD, things that you've been through in your past that may make you resistant to being able to give up that thing that you have in your hand in order to gain more. And so we're going to talk about different things of how we go through. We're going to talk about how things can be affected at different ages. We're going to talk about assumptions, expectations, communication, and this is also going to tie into um, some business examples as well today. So, and if this is your first time watching my channel, my name is Tina. I'm a happiness coach and I help people deal with feelings of anxiety and depression and sadness and frustration and all of those challenging emotions and help you change that to being in a happier place, because when we are in a happier place, we are naturally more productive, we're much more giving, we're much more creative and problem solving. And that is both good for your own personal happiness and the happiness of your business. So we're going to dive into this. And so when I share from my own personal experiences of what I've been through. So it's a trauma informed response approach because of the inner work that I've done. So I will give my personal experiences, and I will also correlate that to my professional experiences when I've been on change management projects, my corporate life in transport and logistics. So let's break this down. So if you imagine this being a toddler, and you're experiencing this, and they're under the age of 3, and you're trying to get them to give up the thing that they want, that they have in their hand, for something better, and they throw a complete fit. They do what I had just said that I would do. They slap your hand away. They tell you, no, I don't want that, I want this, right? As a loving parent, you're going to look at them and go, "Oh, they're really tired. They don't understand. They don't know what's coming." So you don't have this um, unrealistic expectation. You don't get mad at them. You automatically look to comfort them because they're under 3 and they just don't understand, right? So there's that circumstance. Now, if the same situation happened and it's a 10-year-old, well, now you have different expectations, right? You know that you've communicated, you know that they've been through this enough a few times, but they're also still a child, so you might know that, oh, okay, they're cranky. I've told them before, you reinforce certain things, and you kind of have this different expectation of how they should be responding. But at the same time, you still know that they're a child, so you approach it differently. And if you imagine this situation with a teenager, maybe by this point you're like getting frustrated. It's like, oh my God, I've told you so many times. I've why are you behaving this way? And then there's this power struggle that ends up happening, which is normal for teenagers, right? And so, again, our expectations and then our behaviors end up changing based on our expectations and what has been previously communicated. And so we end up having this power struggle dynamic, and then there's a very different circumstance. If the person is a young adult, maybe you're like, they're 20, they think that they know everything, and they are gonna, you kind of give them some rope so that they go hang themselves, and then once they're humbled, they'll come back and have a different attitude, a different approach, kind of thing, right? As an older adult, you kind of know those things, and I've seen this happen many times, not just in personal life, but also in professional life, right? Think of the brand new employee that you bring on board, that they don't know any better, so you're like, you give them the benefit of the doubt, you educate them, you help them understand, and then you build that comfort and that trust, and you kind of guide them and correct them in the path. But if they've been there for a year, you kind of like, okay, what's going on? It's like, okay, they're still new. Maybe they don't know all of the different departments, or how maybe they only know their own little section. They didn't know how that correlated to the role that they're doing and how everything is connected. So maybe like the 10-year-old, you assume that they should know better based on the previous conversations. However, in this particular circumstances, maybe they didn't understand how the two are correlated. So you provide additional education, additional training, additional information to help them gain a better understanding, a better sense of clarity, and then you help them move through those kind of things, right? Um, and if they've been there a long time and they're just like, now they're in that jaded teenager kind of, they don't want to cooperate, they think that they know better, all of that kind of stuff, and you might have more of a power struggle, more of a dynamic. But the situation is, whether they're the toddler or the new employee, or they're the seasoned professional, or that young adult teenager kind of thing, there are the situation is still the same. We still want them to trust us, kind of like God,